Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another Titans card review. We have 3 new priest cards, but can I really call them priest cards when one of the cards is just baffling? It's not priest-like at all in any way. Spell school and everything. It's really weird. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about it, as well as the other cards, of course. And it's 2 in the morning, and I'm a little bit out of it, but I will remind you guys that we have a giveaway going on of 2 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders out of my pocket. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is like and comment in the video description below. Be subscribed to the channel. We had 71,000 subs by the 23rd. We'll add another mega bundle to that giveaway, and I'm doing this crazy graveyard shift, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. But if there's cards to be reviewed, I'm going to be up to review them. And well, let's talk about them. Starting off with the 4 mana pre-spell, holy spell, Serenity. Serenity now. Give all enemy minions a -2 attack, destroy any with 0 attack. So basically this will destroy any minion that starts with 2 attack or more, or sorry, less, right? 2, 1, or if it's 0, it'll just blow up. But you know, there's not that many. The Doomsayer will die, right? You'll kill the Doomsayer, so that's not too bad. But you'll also note it's not like give enemy minions -2 attack this turn. It's a permanent effect. So let's say there's a board just full of stuff, maybe you kill some of it, but you're going to be taking a lot of damage off the board of those other higher attack minions and all of that. This can also stack with like double Serenity, play 2 of them, if then all the 4 attack minions or less will die as well. This is an AoE that kind of helps Control Priest out a good amount in my opinion right now. One thing they really struggle with is dealing with the kind of the cheap wide early boards. They only have like Holy Nova, which does only 2 damage, which doesn't kill a lot in the current metagame. Most 1-drops even have 3 health, right? Like it doesn't do a lot. Serenity can kind of bridge that gap to clean the scene, to harmonic pop, and then, you know, you're off to the races with your whirlpools and your big minions like that. So Control Priest, I think, gets a decent tool here. The Renathal decks will definitely experiment with this. It might not make the cut, but again, going against those tokens and those annoying boards that they just can't deal with, or at least neutralizing it, making them a lot less potent by making them have a -2 attack permanently, can be really beneficial. It's not even double-sided like we've seen a lot of these cards do, where it's like, you know, all the minions have minus attack or anything like that. It's one-sided. I think this can slot into Control Priest, especially the Renathal versions. I just don't know if it will. It might just not make the cut, but I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, 3 out of 5 in wild. We're like Reno Priest, especially like Reno Renathal Priest, like the whole Raza thing, might run it as a 1-of, and there's a lot of pirates that this thing will absolutely murder, and those are always relevant in the wild game, and mechs as well. And I think we're going to be seeing more mech stuff going on with all the insane mech stuff. So Serenity, not the sexiest card in there, but it's an possible AoE board neutralizer, and I think Control Priest could absolutely use it, but not Shadow Control Priest, because, well, it's a holy spell, and they can't run holy spells. And well, we have another spell here, which is also a holy spell, which Shadow Priest also can't run, but it's an overheal card, kind of. Yeah, basically. 3 mana holy spell, Grace of the High Father. You restore 8 health for 3 mana. So it's like that druid spell that will restore 8 health. Can't remember what it's called. You can let me know in the comments below. But it has a bonus on it. Discover a card that costs the amount overhealed. So you overheal for 8, you can discover an 8-cost card. 7, 6, 5, 4, you know the deal, right? So maybe there's a certain mana cost you want to target that you're more likely to get something good off of. But if there's something that Priest is not lacking right now, it's value. So I think this really comes down to, do you want to run this as a heal card? Because actually Priest is kind of lacking healing. That's one of the weaknesses of Priest right now, which is kind of weird. But yeah, they don't have a lot of good healing. I don't know if this really constitutes good healing. It's 8 health for 3 mana or 1 mana if you have your legendary spell going. So there is that to consider. It's something you can discover off School Teacher as well and play it for 1 mana. That's probably the most realistic use of this card as a school teacher option or like Vizier into this in a pinch. I don't see him being a hard run, and I don't see an Overheal deck running it. Overheal is more about like swarming the board, getting stats, getting a lot of things on the board. It's just like a value card. You just discover that card. You don't play it. You don't get a discount on it. It's just value. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. I think it's more of a created by option, but you could tech this into Control Priest if you're really looking for that additional healing that the class pretty much lacks quite a bit. But usually in those situations, I still feel like Flash Heal or the healing location are probably better, as they're a third the cost and represent nearly as much healing, but not quite as much. So those are the actual Priest cards. We have one more card here. How is this Priest? Let's take a look at it. Nothing makes sense. It's called the Stars Align, a 3-mana epic spell, arcane spell, which I don't believe Priest has ever had access to in Arcane. Correct me if I'm wrong again, but I don't believe so. I know they've had Shadow, Holy, Nature, at least those, but Arcane, not so much. And it just gets weirder when you read what the card does. It transforms minions in your hand into ones that cost 3 more. They keep their original cost. Evolve Hand Priest? Like, this is a combination of evolve from Shaman in terms of evolving your minions, and then the whole like transforming spells into spells that cost more that keep their costs from Mage, right? That's something we've seen in Mage, something we've seen in Shaman, and we're combining it into a weird amalgamation of a Priest card that has an Arcane tag and just doesn't feel like Priest whatsoever. What does this go into? We're gonna have to wait for the more Priest card reveals, because I believe we still have 6 left and we only have 1 reveal left, and that's WoW Hobbs in like 8 hours. So Hobbs, he's got a lot of reveals, and that's freaking awesome. We love WoW Hobbs around here. Hopefully Lore Walker Cho is the legendary for Priest, just to honor Hobbs. But regardless, what are you doing with this card? I have absolutely no, like, you're just filling your hand with the random minions and then playing this and just hope to scam with like a big, well, you can't get a Titan, but I guess you could get a Colossal. You're not supposed to be able to evolve into Colossals, but that's on the board. I don't know if that'll count the hand. I don't know. This is such a weird one. I don't see it being a meta card unless there's like, again, unless what Hobbs is revealing makes sense of all of this, because I'm very confused. This just does not, it feels like this would make more sense in Mage or Shaman, but as a Priest card, it's really weird. It's also not the cheapest card in the world. It's 3 mana, do effectively nothing unless you have a 0-drop in your hand. You play that new Totem and then get a 3-drop and you can play it right away. But even that, it's not really that good, is it? Like, it's a weird one. I figure it's just a meme card. People can have some fun with it. As always, we'll mention Mark could probably come up with a cool combo with it somehow. But at the end of the day, it's a baffling card. It's not a Priest card whatsoever to me, and I don't even think it's that good. I really don't. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5 in Standard, a 1 out of 5 in Wild, because minion pools are even more unreliable. But maybe WoW Hobbs can make sense of it all in like 7 to 8 hours, where we'll have the last Priest reveal, 6 cards to go over. So stay tuned, enter that giveaway, and let me know what you guys think about the Stars Align, because I'm awfully confused. And well, I probably should get some sleep before that reveal. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.